All right, coming up on August 2nd and 3rd, it's one of the biggest PLEs of the year. Of course, I'm talking about SummerSlam. And look, 3 weeks out, the card is looking amazing already. And it'll only get better if we see our next guest make an appearance. She is one of the fastest rising stars in the WWE today. And we are just so honored to welcome her on to Graps and Yaps. Ladies and gentlemen, lifelong marks, victims of the wrestling algorithm, your WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Sol Ruca. Souls, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me.
Oh man, we are so excited. We want to talk about the year that you've had. We also want to talk about SummerSlam. But I think Tony and I, we want to start by clearing the air just a little bit. And we want to kind of apologize on behalf of all Australians about Zaria.
Oh
Obviously,
God.
yeah, well, look, we love her, but we also love you too. And we just want you
Mhm.
to know that there's no bad blood here, okay?
Okay, thank you. I really, really appreciate that.
We got you covered. But I am curious, though. We are curious. When things were better with Zaria, did she
Mhm.
teach you any fun facts about Australia or any Australian slang?
Um, yeah, she definitely has a lot of silly Australian slang, or just like she would call things like weird. Like there was one time we were out to get food and she asked for table water and I was like, "What is table water?" I was like, "You mean like water for the table?" That was just I always say that's where it's just like a little inside joke. But she has things that she just says a little bit differently. I don't know if it's an Australian thing or just a Zaria thing, but yeah, she definitely has some funny little sayings. And also her and I did a little like Australian food like snack thing where she like got a bunch of stuff from back home and made me try it. So that was really fun. Had some Vegemite, wasn't the best, but I prefer Promite definitely. But
What?
yeah, yeah, it's so much better. It's way
Promite?
less like aggressive.
Well, how did she set it up for you? Did you have it on like in a sandwich, or did she just give you a spoon?
I had it on like a little piece of toast.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
She knows what she's doing. All right,
yeah,
fair
yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
And Sol, SummerSlam feels like a PLE that was made for you. You
hmm
have very unique gear. And I think you can see the ties to surfing and things there as well. When you were growing up, did surfing happen first, or were you tumbling first? And how did both of those help you with your transition when you started wrestling?
So I definitely started gymnastics first. I started when I was about 6 years old. I started surfing pretty late. I think I was about 12 or 13 when I started. I'd always been obsessed with like the beach and the ocean and stuff, but no one in my family surfed. So I kind of grew up more so snowboarding and skateboarding. But I really, really wanted to learn. So I got taught by one of my family friends. And then since then, I've just kind of been self-taught. I'm not great at surfing. I know it's kind of a shock. People think I'm just really, really good at it, but I'm really not. I just kind of do it more so just for fun and just to, be in the water. But yeah, it's definitely both gymnastics and surfing has definitely helped me in the ring. Um, Gymnastics in the sense of, body awareness and strength and obviously all the flips and stuff that I do in the ring, but also with surfing, the waves are so inconsistent and you never know what's going to happen, and that's pretty much what goes on in the ring, so I think that has definitely helped me as well.
I can only imagine that it would have helped immensely with the Soul Snatcher. You have one of the coolest finishes, maybe when it's all said and done of all time.
Thank you.
When you come up with that, when you came up with it back then, how do
Mhm.
you pitch it to like the trainers or your peers at the performance center? Like, do they go, "What the hell are you talking about?" Was there any pushback?
um Not really. I remember I had to try and explain it to one of the producers, and they were like, "You're just gonna have to show me because I don't know what you're saying." So there's like a squishy ring at the performance center, which is like a normal ring, but the ground of the ring is like a bed, so it's like safe to try stuff. So I went in there and I like showed them, and they're like, "Oh hell yeah, you have to do that." So I didn't really have any pushback once I was able to, do it on the spot and do it under pressure. And ever since then, it's just been, going viral every once in a while. So that's, pretty cool.
Do you ever like wind yourself on some of those landings with a soul snatcher?
The only time I've ever winded myself was I had to do it for a some sort of like commercial or like media thing, and I had just no adrenaline, and that was the only time I was like, "Oh my God."
Oh
Other than
man.
that, when I'm in the match and stuff, like it's go time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess adrenaline helps in that
Oh
sense.
yeah.
And with the way things have been going for you in the WWE, it's crazy to think that you're still, I guess, in your first year on the main roster.
Mhm,
You've defeated a Hall of Famer in Becky Lynch for that Intercontinental Championship. And now I
mhm.
guess the target is on your back. How have you adjusted to life, not only on the main roster, but as someone carrying a championship? And has there been a standout moment so far?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely been a standout moment, going against someone like Becky Lynch, who's, a Hall of Famer and is just one of the greatest of all time. Really, really cool experience being in the ring with her and also, being in the ring with Liv Morgan and Io Sky leading up to it, especially Io Sky. She's been my absolute favorite since I started. Um, but, being a champion and this transition, it's been not tough, but it's been, different. Uh, I feel very prepared coming from NXT. I think they did a very, very good job at, getting me ready and making sure that when I did get called up that I was confident in my abilities. But I mean, the travel is a lot different from NXT, so I think that is probably the biggest challenge and the biggest change. Just being in front of a new crowd every single week and, not knowing how they're going to react to me or to the match instead of being at the PC every single week with pretty much the same fans. I think that is a bit of a change as far as having a target on my back. I mean, I'm ready to go whenever. I'm ready to pull out that Soul Snatcher with whoever wants to get in the ring with me. So, pretty confident in that.
Anyone can get it, right? Man, that's
Yep.
so sick. Look, um, there has been a bit of a trend recently in the WWE. We're seeing a lot more celebrity involvement,
Mhm.
celebrities getting involved, in and around the ring. For example, we see Lil Yachty every week on SmackDown, even SummerSlam last year with Jelly Rollin', this weekend with New York Knicks, MVP Jalen Brunson.
Mhm.
I want to ask the question, just to get to know you a little bit better. If
Okay.
you had one invite, right, to any celebrity to join you in the ring, who are you sending that invite out to?
Oh God. Um, This is a really strange one, but William Dafoe is my favorite actor of all time. And I just want to meet him, to be honest. But I mean, if he was in the ring with me, that would be so sick. I don't know what he would do, but even if he was just like ringside cheering me on, that would be sick.
Would you get him in the Green Goblin getup?
Oh, absolutely.
Right? I just
That'd be sick.
him hitting a Soul Snatcher. I don't know if he can hit that at his big age, but you could have given us a
Yeah.
hundred guesses. I don't think he would have been any one of them. But there it is. But now that we're manifesting it out there, hopefully at least
Yeah,
he'll get
hopefully
an
he
invite.
sees this.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's got 3 weeks, of course. SummerSlam coming up August 2nd and 3rd here in Australia. It's the biggest show of the year. Make sure you're watching. And look, we'll let you go. We know you're so busy. So, a very big thank you to you for joining us on Graps and Yaps. We appreciate your time today. And we hope to see you hitting the surf down here in Australia sometime soon.
Yes, I would absolutely love to come down there. It's definitely bucket list for me. I'll do everything in my power to be out there the next time we're there.